Okay. Hello, everyone. Um, this is gonna be technically the first video that is based on this game that I'm making, and I want to stick to this game, but I've been trying to do all these projects just to learn a little bit more. But I dived into 2D games. Um, which I probably shouldn't have done because I knew I was gonna make a 3D game as this game that my I guess dream game type thing that's not really a dream game. It's more of just like a game I want to make. It's not like it's combining two of my favorite games. Well, kind of favorite games. My favorite games change all the time. So, it is technically combining some games that I love. Um but anyway, it probably doesn't make sense without me talking about the game. So, what we're going to do today is kind of talk about this game that originally was going to be a 2D roguelike that developed into a 3D RPG. 3D RPGs are not easy to make. So I know that the thing I'm about to show you is going to get a lot bigger. It's going to be it's going to look a lot different in the coming months, even weeks possibly. But I wanted to start with a smaller scope. But real quick, let me give you a little bit about the game. So, the game's called Save Her. If you know me personally, you might know a little bit about Save Her because I do talk about it. Because it originally was a 2D roguelike, kind of based on Hades, and Hades 2. But I decided to change it up and make it into like an RPG Souls-like type game, 3D. But Save Her is about Orpheus and Eurydice. I love Greek mythology personally, so I thought it'd be fun to combine my two of my favorite interests not my only two, but with games and Greek mythology. Hence why I love Hades and Hades 2 so much. But I wanted to make it different. I wanted to branch out on what I could do. So it's a 3D RPG about saving Eurydice from Hades. Originally, my first one, that 2D roguelike, was pretty much a ripoff of Hades, and I was like, it's good for working on the mechanics, which I did work on that game for a while, just to get, learn how to make certain things, which that was very helpful. But I think this game is going to be pretty cool. Personally, I'm still in the very, very early development stages. I think I've only been working on it for about a week. But I have a few things in here. I have animations. Not the finalized animations. I still have to make... Well, yeah, they're the finalized animations, but they're not the finalized character models. I don't have any dialogue. I don't have anything like that. I don't even have a start menu or a pause menu or anything. Or story. I don't have anything. But I do have a tiny bit of a game where a character walks around and sprints, which is always the start with animations, so I feel like it's not bad for 1 week. And having to work 3 days out of that week, so I only got, 4 days to work on the game? So, it's technically 4 days. So, what I'm going to show you here is my codex page. So, I personally like codex when making GDDs. Instead of writing out a whole bunch of documents and stuff, I always make checklists for myself. And codex I believe is a really cool way to manage projects. Um, so these are my decks here. Like I said, trying to keep the scope small so that I don't need to see like every little thing. Eventually, this thing will get much bigger. I already know that, and I might even have to go to Obsidian, which is another like like typing Word document type thing that has some cool capabilities that I also use for other games if I need vision boards. But this already has a vision board now, which is interesting. I haven't used it yet, but it does have a vision board now, which it didn't have before. And it has this timeline. Sorry it's so bright. Well, it's really bright on my side because this monitor is way too good. But like timelines, you know, it has everything I need in it. So, let's go over some things. So the first thing I'm going to go over is characters. So we have Orpheus, which is the highest priority. First thing I want to get done is Orpheus when I do finally get him. I mean, the animations are technically done, so I can... That's not what I meant to do. And then just boop. The animations are technically done because I did find animations that I can just import into the model when I make the official model for Orpheus. At the moment, I just have a placeholder model so that we can see the animations working. I might use that model and then just make him some clothes that I want him to wear throughout the story. And there's Eurydice, which these are NPCs. The only playable character is Orpheus. You play as Orpheus, and you're saving Eurydice. So Eurydice is like the end game. So I'm not really too focused on making Eurydice. Like, yeah, you'll have little flashbacks where you'll see Eurydice, but you won't see her as much as you'd see Orpheus or Hermes even. Because if you don't know anything about Greek mythology, Hermes and Orpheus, Hermes is the god that helps Orpheus be normal. In a way, I guess is how I'd explain it in simple terms. But he's gonna be like the quest giver, like the main quest giver that pretty much just always shows up. He'll be like helper in some situations and all that kind of stuff. So he's on Orpheus's side. He's a good guy. Then there's Hades, which I need to make an NPC of just Hades, like during his talking scenes and all the his cutscenes and all that, because I am planning on making cutscenes. And then I need the boss fight of Hades. This is just like, I need to make more boss fights, but I'm not sure who to fight, who to put Orpheus against. But that'll be later down the road. Right now I'm just trying to make the main game, make the game loop of Orpheus fighting through enemies, trying to figure out where Eurydice is, finding Eurydice, fighting Hades, trying to save Eurydice. I'm not going to spoil what happens, but trying to save Eurydice. Then there's Persephone, which is Hades' wife, but she's kind of more on Orpheus' side. So she's going to be fun to make. I have some ideas for them, but I need to start drawing them and modeling them. But I haven't yet because I'm trying to keep the art down to a minimum at the moment, because that's going to where scope creep's going to get me, because I'm just going to be sitting there modeling or sitting there sketching out a design for a character for their dialogue scenes, and I'm going to get confused. And then we just have the basic enemy, which doesn't have a name right now because I didn't know what to name it. So that is the characters thing. The map design, I haven't done anything for this yet. There'll be more worlds than just the overworld and the underworld eventually. But the overworld doesn't have anything in it yet because I don't know what I'm going to do for it. I just know I'm going to make it. So like the overworld and underworld, they're just little cards that just tell me what's that. There's no details to them quite yet, mechanics, I still need to actually do these, but there are 2 cards that I already finished, which was movement. I didn't end up making a state machine, but movement does work pretty well. And then the third person camera works just fine. Dodging, attacking, health, and quests. The reason I have health and quests down here is because I have to make the enemy before I can really get fully into health. So I was like, okay, we'll just make the enemy before we do that, so I put it at a low priority. But the dodging, I haven't made yet, and the attacking I haven't made yet. But again, that kind of, these all play with enemies. This plays with dialogue, so we want that a little bit later. The dodging I can just kind of make whenever. Throw it in there when I get enemies. So like all this stuff can kind of play with enemies and dialogue. So it's not like the top of my priority at the moment. So that is kind of the base of the game. At least the stuff I have right now. Now I have to edit this video. I think I'm gonna make an intro like card thing at some point for this video, but I am gonna be hopefully streaming today a little bit of this game, like making it. I don't know, maybe. But I think I am gonna stream a little bit of making this game. But let me show you what we have right now in the game. So, yeah, you can. Jesus, look at a green screen right there, man. Let me zoom out so you guys don't really see that as much. Actually, you'll be able to see it more because if I zoom out, there we go. Switch over to this. Okay, so this is the Godot scene. This is just the test world. This isn't actually going to be in the game. This is just how I do things. We have the player, which at the moment looks like this. It's just a model I got from HIO for free. That's all it is. And then I'm gonna model things, but here's the player model. He's doing a pose in that one. But if I go to the test world and we play the scene, I don't know if you people see that. You will, okay. And he kind of just walk around. He has like this slow walk, which kind of lines up. It's kind of nice. And then when I sprint, it goes into like a different perspective, but I don't know if I like or not. I'm trying to decide if I like this. I think I do. But like sprinting backwards, it's the only issue is sprinting backwards. He doesn't turn unless you turn the camera. So, yeah, not like anyone's gonna probably be sprinting backwards, but like, you don't know. Like this is him walking backwards. Like, that's the only issue. Is like he doesn't actually have locomotion to make things like he's actually like moving, and then he has a jump. Which the jump is kind of scuffed, but we'll fix it. We'll make a button space. Not a button space. That's Unreal Engine speaking. But we'll make a animation what's it called in this? Whatever. We'll do that eventually, and we'll get everything all polished. But right now, I'm not really worried about the polish. I'm just worried about making it work. But yeah, this is our player. I can bring that up. But like, I just used the superhero male full body, which is just an asset that you can find on itch.io, and it's free for commercial use and everything. So I am gonna use it probably in the game to like get the base model, but I'm gonna make like clothes for him, hair, all that kind of stuff, because it does come with like all of these and stuff. So I will eventually add his hair and all that stuff. But that's like way down the line for me personally. He has the collision shape, which I think actually needs to come up a little bit, like that, because he's kind of floating in the other world. Then he has the cam origin, which is this thing up here connecting to the camera. That makes everything work. Yeah. Pretty much all he has. He's not like a really complex character. Let me show you some code. This is what we have. It's not a long code, but why is there so many? Okay, now it's a little shorter. Yeah, now it looks better. Okay. Like, I didn't make a whole bunch of things for this. Just like, you know, I used the base code for the walking that you get with the oh, I don't need that anymore, do I? Is that why things are glitching? No. I think I do need that. Did I put something in the wrong spot? Hold on. Hold on. No, I put that in the right spot. Okay, sorry. Got distracted. Reading the code and getting confused. But anyway. You have all this stuff, which is just, this is the normal speed, this is your jump velocity, you know. Pretty simple stuff. If you guys want a video with me explaining the code while I code, I will totally do that. I don't think I need this anymore. We'll keep it there. It's working, so. I should hard code this, hold on. There, let me hard code that in because that's what I want it to be. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. I don't have anything crazy in here. Like, I don't have a state machine. Eventually maybe we'll put a state machine in here. I'm not sure though. Probably not, honestly. But yeah. That's that so far. Just a little green plane, like a really bright green plane with world environment directional light. This is the floor. That's the player. It's nothing crazy. So, I think I'm gonna edit this video. Which I don't think I'm actually gonna edit anything. I'm just gonna take out the points where I'm doing stupid stuff and post it to YouTube. So yeah. And I'm gonna live stream. Might not even post this video because it is so bare bones right now. But yeah. This is 17 minutes of recording. Probably gonna be like a 15-minute video somehow. So yeah. I'll probably live stream in a little bit, so if you guys are interested in that, come check me out on Twitch. Peace.